Hey guys, Nick Biddle here coming at you with this week's Drip. And this week we are finishing up The Struggler. Now, The Struggler is the first mindset of 4 in our series on how to be good with people. And I promised you last week that I'd tell you a story this week. Sometimes I think a story just helps tie everything together. And guys, you're going to run into a struggler on the job site. It's going to be a general contractor or an employee or a boss. You're going to run into a struggler in your office, and you're definitely going to run into a struggler at home from time to time. And this is a story that I often tell in my workshops, but it's probably 3 years ago now. I was in, I think it was San Francisco, somewhere on the West Coast. And when I got out of my workshop, I checked my phone. I turned my phone on, and lo and behold, I had about a half a dozen missed calls and a 2-minute voicemail from my lovely bride, Tarina. And I checked the voicemail, and you could instantly tell she was in a moment of struggle. And what had happened is she had broke down on the side of the road. And so the voicemail went a little bit something like, she was high stress, and it went a little bit something like, Nick, here I am, broke down on the side of the interstate in this piece of junk Suburban with 183,000 miles on it, and everybody else in town's got a brand new Suburban but me. And Ben bought his wife a new Suburban last week. And here I am taking your kids to the dentist. They're always my kids when something's wrong. And I'm broke down and stranded while you get to travel across the country and stay in fancy hotels and rent brand new rental cars. And then it cut her off. And thank goodness it did, because she was starting to get personal. Now, she's in a severe moment of struggle, and rightly so. Who wants to be broke down on the side of the interstate? And she really is a sweetheart, but every once in a while, a moment of struggle can get the best of all of us. Now, how I wanted to respond, I want to defend myself. I want to say, dadgummit, woman. Don't ever start a conversation like that. But that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to defend myself. And a lot of times when we meet a struggler, that's where the conflict starts. And I want to start telling her what a tough life I have and how I have to work and support the family and yada yada. That isn't going to get us anywhere. What a struggler wants is a quick fix. Now, what quick fix does she want? Well, she wants a new Suburban, right? But what a struggler needs is a new perspective. Now, a new Suburban back then was, $87,000. Let's just get a helicopter. But what she needs is a new perspective. Now, I could call her up and tell her how she ain't about to get a new car, and that would just turn into a fight. So this is what I did. I called her up, and I said, sweetheart, I can't imagine how frustrated you must be. Broke down on the side of the interstate. By then, her dad had picked her up, towed the car in. The car needed an alternator. It wasn't a big deal. And I said, sweetheart, I'm going to come home tomorrow, and if you want a new car, we'll get you one tomorrow. Now, here's the new perspective. I said, but do you remember 6 months ago when we sat down and wrote a budget and we agreed that we wanted to have 50% of the purchase price of the vehicle saved up before we went out and bought that new car? Because we didn't want to be a slave to the payment. And I said, Trina, I'm going to come home tomorrow, and if you want a new car, we will go get you one tomorrow, but we don't have enough money saved up to get you the car you want. And I want you to have the car you want. You writing this down? It's good stuff. She said, nope, I want to wait. I want to wait for the car I want. Now, guys, how was my relationship with her when I got home? Was it a little better? Yeah. How would my relationship be if I just defended myself and tell her how hard I'm working, how she don't deserve a new car and this and that? Right. It would have been a disaster. Guys, you're going to run into a struggler today. When you do, your knee-jerk reaction is going to be probably to react to what they want. And instead, I want you to think about what they want. And then I want you to think about what new perspective can I give them to get through this. You figure that out, man, it's a game changer. It's a game changer how to deal with people, guys. Guys, that's it for the Drip this week. Next week, we're going to start talking about the thinker, those individuals that can't make a decision. Hope you're doing well. Coming at you from Corn, Oklahoma. Take care.